last season, I think it was a bit of a roller coaster for me. Obviously, didn't end the way I wanted, or um, I ended the season ranking 9, and obviously it wasn't my goal. But yeah, I think wasn't wasn't a very good season for me. Yeah, I've had some good wins, good tournaments, but overall, it wasn't uh, it wasn't how I wanted it to end. Um, I've had a really good tournament in San Francisco and in TUC, and some other good performances in other tournaments as well. But also I'm very proud of how I um, there's so many things that happens in the background that nobody knows about, and I think yeah, maybe overall it may seem like it was a bad season, but I'm pretty proud of myself of how I showed up in every tournament and tried to do my best in every tournament. Um, so yeah, I mean, like TUC was a good one for me, but well, I lost in the semifinals, but there were other good things behind the result. Well, I've been climbing the rankings steadily, slowly, step by step. Not that I had a huge breakthrough, like jumped 3 or 4 steps in the rankings, which is fine. Everyone's different. Everyone has their own story and their own journey. So yeah, I've been steadily climbing the rankings, consistently doing what I'm doing, which is a thing I'm very proud of. But yeah, a slight drop in the rankings, I think it's okay. And actually, it's going to be a new challenge and new challenge in the next season. Obviously, being outside of the top 8 is going to be tougher, but it's kind of giving me that excitement, like as if I'm still just started playing tournaments and an upcoming player, and I'm so excited to get to play with the top players and get inside the mix again. Everyone sees the athlete, or us, the squash players, or any athlete, while they're playing in the tournament, and they're obviously expecting they would be in their best in every single tournament, but nobody actually knows what happens in the background. I think consistency of what you're doing on a daily basis, every day, when no one's watching, no one's clapping, when you're having a tough time, is keep doing what you're doing every day on a consistently is the hard thing. I love how I deal with challenges, and I'm not saying I'm very good at dealing with setbacks and hard times, but I'm human. I take my time and I learned so many things about myself. Yeah, the last season wasn't very good, but I learned a lot of things about myself, and I think that's a win for me. So yeah, I do have I have so much passion to the sport, and I have a dream and what I'm doing, and I'm just gonna keep chasing it and do my best every day to what can get me closer to what I want to be. I mean, it's great to have the right people around you. They're gonna help you. They're gonna push you. But if it's not coming from you, if you don't believe it in the hard times, when no one's watching, when no one's clapping for you, I think this is the this is the key. Everyone's different. Nobody knows what happens in the person's lives. Like, we're human beings at the end of the day. I mean, we're not only squash players. Like, there's a lot that happens in our lives as well, but nobody actually takes into consideration that we're also humans. We might be going through things. We might be having tough times in so many things outside squash, which definitely affects us as squash players. The pressure is a huge part in our sport, and when you go and play the early rounds, and you obviously expect so much of yourself, and people expect that you will get through those matches easily and very smoothly. But those matches are actually can be harder than playing a higher seed because there's so much pressure. The pressure's on you, expectations, and I think you just learn how to adapt to it. I mean, there's no match that you're gonna play with no stress, like no stress or no pressure. I mean, there's always pressure. I'll be playing the top players earlier. I mean, I'll be more fresh. I'll be more ready to. I'll be hungrier, of course, because I mean, I used to play the top players in like after 2 or 3 matches, which definitely plays a role also in like my physicality and obviously reach like when I get to play those players, I'm obviously there's I'm not the tank is not fully full. So this is how I see is that yeah, as I told you, I'm just really excited to see how I'm gonna deal with that playing the top players first round or earlier in the big tournaments and yeah, just a new challenge, a new thing, and I'm just excited to see how it's gonna go. Everyone wants to be a world champion, to be a world number one. Beside that, I just want to be able to reach my full potential and get to just I just want to finish my career and not look back and just be proud of everything I've done in my career. And obviously my dream is to be on top of the rankings one day, and just to be a positive impact to them, to squash and to people in general. And yeah, hopefully one day I'll get to my dream.